Robert, if you want to keep me the co-host, I'll help you out for muting.
I do, yes. Thank you for the reminder. Let me get rid of that. Okay, I got all of my tools with the exception of one. Give me that one. Give me just a second, and we really will be on the road. Okay. Well, I don't know about you guys where you're from, but fall has definitely hit the Pacific Northwest with no doubt whatsoever. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay. I want to welcome everybody to the call today. Glad you're here. And what we're going to be getting into is Robo Forex. And we're so excited to be able to bring this to you. It really is it's really something very special. You know, there are so many companies out there that are, you know, they're here today, gone tomorrow, very high risk, you know, and we get in them sometimes. We get in things that maybe, you know, we regret, you know, but here there isn't that regret. And the reason is because the company has that kind of stability, and you'll see that as we get into the presentation. Before we do the presentation, this is a very important slide. I'd like you to take a picture of this if you would, get a screenshot for yourself. Very important. You saw that on the way into the Zoom. Also, we're big on disclaimers and disclosures, making sure that we're transparent as can be. And one of the things, the reason that people are able to get the kind of returns that we enjoy in the Forex arena, the Forex world, is that Forex has a lot of risk. Any kind of trading has risk. Forex has high risk, high return, high losses if you are, you know, having things go against you. And the bottom line really here is the bottom line. Never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. Let me repeat that. Never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. And if you're doing that and you live by that, in other words, if you get into something that either with a trader that maybe isn't living up to your expectations, or a trader just has a bad day, they happen. You're not blindsided by that, and you're not, you know, betting the farm, so to speak. You just don't want to do that. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Robert Burns. I'm 65 years old here in the Seattle, Washington area. My family, Anna, Alexandra, and Robbie, Anna and Alexandra are from Romania originally, and both are dual citizens, U.S. citizens and Romanian citizens, hence how I'm able to play, because normally Americans cannot. U.S. citizens are not able to participate in RoboForex, but because of my wife's citizenship, we're able to do that. And actually, very good chance we'll be living there part of the year as well. That'll make my trading experience a lot more pleasant, because I can trade the London and the New York at civilized times of the day. My son and I, he's in Montana. I'm from the western part of the United States. I love to fly fish. I love to play bass guitar as far as my fun stuff. Excuse me a minute. Something with allergies here ever since I got back from Romania on the last trip. It's been challenging. I don't know why that is, but it is. So I pardon the coughing and hacking. I really am pretty healthy, but it doesn't sound that way sometimes. So fly fishing and bass guitar, love to do that. On my professional resume, I've been involved in Forex. I'm careful with choice of words. Involved since 2004, engaged since about really 2 years ago. I've been on and off again. I can work robots and I can do, you know, a lot of that stuff, but actually being a good trader myself and a competent trader myself, I've got a long way to go to get that, you know, to be able to really call myself that. But I have a few winning days now and then, and they're more than the losing days. So I'm happy about that. Real estate, dearly love real estate. Will always be in that. Have a background in commercial real estate, brokerage, and investment. And also I'm enthusiastic about crypto. I think it brings a lot of things to the table that are very meaningful in society, and provides a lot of security with being able to house money. So I'm a crypto fan. And also am into internet marketing and team building. I've been doing that for a long, long while. Now, here's what we're going to get into today. We're going to get into copy trading and how it differs from manual trading. We're going to get into why the solidity of this broker, or any broker for that matter, but this is the one we're talking about today, why that matters. How do you do withdrawals? That's an important topic, obviously. How do you get your money out? What is compounding and how does that work? And then we'll get into the affiliate plan. The affiliate plan is completely optional. You don't have to be an affiliate here if you don't want to. You can simply enjoy the benefits of the trading or do your own trading and never, ever get into any engagement with somebody else. Although there is a benefit to doing that if you're cut of that cloth, which I am, and my business partner, Robert Russell, is. And then in part two, Robert will be departing because he's going to go watch people run around, I think, playing rugby. I'm not even sure what that is really, but he's going to be doing that over there across the pond in Ireland. And I'll do the Q&A, and that's making up for the days that he does all kinds of work when I'm nowhere to be found. So really what this whole thing that we're going to get into today is about is this. Can you make money when you're sleeping? Can you make money when you're sleeping? Because I submit that the definition of wealth is that. Wealth means different things to different people, but if you have enough money that you have choice, you have the ability to get up when you're done sleeping to do what you want. I submit that's pretty close to a good definition of wealth. And Warren Buffett said it best, if you don't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, you will always have to work for somebody else and always have to have a job until you figure out how to harness your own assets and get them sweating harder than you do. What we're showing you today is that. Is it perfect? No. Is it very strong? Yes. Are there losing days? Yes. Are there winning days? Yes. But, all of that, it's important to embrace that. And now, let me get into something that's really pretty fun. We'll be doing this later in the presentation today. The drawing that we do is to help people out, give them a shot at getting a taste of what this is about. And these are some recent winners of the drawing, certainly not all. Robert Russell's been very generous with this because he funds this, so credit where credit is due. This particular fellow, also from the same island, but in a different country on the same island, Northern Ireland is where Don Murray is from. Don won the drawing relatively recently. And Don is a fine manual trader. He's, he and I compare notes a lot. He's a really good guy. I like Don a lot. He came on the call one day and he had not funded his RoboForex account, so he was eligible and he won the $100. He turned, and what he did is he used an account that's called a ProCent account. Means $100 turns into 10,000 pennies. That's really $100 or 10,000 pennies. He turned that into 20,000 in a pretty short period of time. Good on you, Don. Now, are you able to do the same thing? Yes. If you have trading skill and you have trading ability and you want to put it to the test, you could do that with that $100. Either that, or you could do copy trading, either one. It has to be in a particular type of an account. So when you win the $100, there's a catch, and we'll show you what the catch is. But, winning $100 any day and having the potential of earning money is a long way better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. So now, what is manual trading? What is manual trading? Manual trading is you do the trades yourself. You have the skills, you have the knowledge, you learn how to do it. Is it easy? What do you think? If it were easy, everybody'd be doing it, right? And everybody tries, but 90% fail. No joke. Real number. 90% fail, even maybe higher than that at some brokerages. So manual trading, there's lots of skill that's required. It isn't easy. It isn't simple. It is active income. You have to be there doing it. Does it pass the passive test of earning money when you sleep? Nope. But can you make a lot of money that you are in total control of? Yes, you can. Could you do manual trading at the same time you were enjoying the benefits of copy trading? Yes. Could you do a very small account that's not a demo account, but learn how with, not having the possibility of being punished as much financially if you get it wrong? And almost everybody, when they're manual trading, when they're learning, they get it wrong. Ask anybody that's traded and they can tell you the battle stories. It's a fight every time you get in the market. Like there was a trader, and I say, and I'm going to underscore was when we get into traders. I'll save that story, but remind me to talk about gold trading. So what's copy trading? How does it differ? Well, it differs in that you don't have to have any skill. You just simply have to register your account, verify your account, meaning you submit you verify your email address, you submit an ID, maybe a national ID, a driver's license in some countries, or a passport. And then you do your address confirmation and verification, and you're done. Then you just fund your account. You choose the trader that you want to trade with, and away you go. And you might check in your account, multiple times a day, maybe every day, maybe every, couple times a week, depending on how busy you are and how much money you have in the market. So this is something that we're very excited about, and we'll show you how this works in some detail, because it passes that test of you can make money while you're sleeping. Now, why Robo-Forex specifically? And this is something that you talk about serendipitous or accidental. So I had decided this was a good broker. I was doing homework on different brokers, and I stumbled on Robo-Forex one day, and I thought, wow, what good report card this broker has. They have a lot of people saying good things about them. They've been around a long time. They were founded in 2009, so they're 14 years old. Wow. Passed a lot of tests. So I bookmarked it. I had not made an account. Then out of nowhere, this good looking Irishman pops up on my Facebook feed. And I said, who's this guy? We're friends. I don't know when we became friends, but we did. And he was marketing, and that would be Robert Russell, by the way. He was marketing Robo-Forex. And what popped out to me was copy trading. I went, wait a minute, that's that broker I like, and they have copy trading? Really? So that was where it all started for me. And that was in February last year, or this year. Geez, hard to imagine, 8 months ago. And some of the high points about Robo-Forex, this one is a good tell. As I said, they're 14 years old. We got to update this slide. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. This is the actual number. There you go. Put one more zero in there. That's how many clients they have in 169 countries worldwide. Lots of good marks on their report card from different industry organizations that think highly of them. This is stuff, ladies and gentlemen, you don't get by accident. In other words, if you look at this slide and you realize these are rewards that you have to earn, not they hand you on a platter. You have to earn them. The company is regulated in the country of Belize. That's where their headquarters are. They're all over the place, though. They have servers, literally multiple servers in multiple continents. FSC is the regulatory body in the country of Belize. The Financial Commission is an organization that they are a participant in. And what this is an organization that is set up to conduct arbitration when there are disputes between a client and the brokerage. And in this case, Robo-Forex is with several other brokerages in that commission. So the commission itself provides that arbitration, therefore it's independent. So if a Robo-Forex client has an issue with Robo-Forex, the commission itself will hear that matter. And if the client prevails, they will then be compensated up to 20,000 euros. So this is just a really good example of a good faith gesture to take care of business and do things properly. And this company does that. What instruments can you trade at Robo-Forex? Well, not surprisingly, Forex is available. You have cryptocurrencies available. You have stocks available. You have something called indices. For those that are unfamiliar with this is like the Dow Jones Industrial Average, better known as the US 30. It's the top 30 industrial companies in the USA. There's the DAX, which is the virtually identical concept. It's the top 40 German companies. There are Asian counterparts to that. There are different indices in different parts of the world, but the big ones are US 30, DAX, the NAS, which is the NASDAQ 100, the top 100 tech companies. And these are very popular trading instruments, very volatile. You can make a lot of money. You can also lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. ETFs, this is exchange traded funds, soft commodities. You have coffee, cocoa, sugar, corn, wheat, soybean. This has been very popular recently simply because of the volatility here has been much higher than normal as a result of the Ukraine war. Energy, same thing, petrol, gasoline, whatever you call it, heating oil, ethanol, natural gas. These are things that are very much in the play all the time, but especially when there's conflict. Metals is another popular area with what just happened in Israel. Is happening in Israel. There's been a huge spike. Not surprisingly, flight to safety finds gold. Every time something like that happens, there's a lot of things that, concern people a great deal. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and gold takes a giant spike. I'd be very careful about shorting gold right now. So again, lots of awards. You can go on the site and see these for yourself, so I'm not going to read them to you, but there's lots of good things that are being said about RoboForex. Now, I submit the most important, other than your own trading that you control if you have the skill, and you can learn how to do that over time, and we'll share with you how you're able to do that with us in very, very gentle, nice, comfortable manner. But if you want to employ copy trading, it's very important to select a good trader. And the criteria that we use, some of it, well, and one that really should be on the list, it isn't, but maybe it should be. The traders that I share with my clientele, and I know I can speak for Robert Russell on this, we use these traders ourselves. So if the trader does something stupid, we get penalized as much as our clientele. In other words, maybe more if we have a big account. And so it's very important. I just think that that's a matter of, it shows a commitment to the process when, it's like if you have an insurance policy that you're looking at, and you talk to the insurance salesperson and say, well, do you own one? And they say, well, no, I don't. When we're recommending traders, that's not the case. We do own one. We have money in their hands, and we are very keen on them doing the right thing with that money. So I say all that to say skin in the game matters. In other words, if the traders are good, we like to test them a lot before we recommend them. And then if they are good, those are the ones we recommend. And they still have losing days from time to time, but they have a consistent winning pattern, and you'll see that. Consistency, I submit, is the most important concept of all in copy trading. Having stops that protect your capital, having the stops tight. You don't want to see a trader without stops. You want to see a trader with stops. And there's a recent example of this. There's a trader, I'll mention the name because steer clear of this trader. The third time they've done this. There's a trader that is called Saruja that I think just disappeared again. This trader was famous for the gold trading, really did great until they really didn't. And when they really didn't, I mean going down with the ship. And what just happened is this trader was in some gold trades, as usual, going short. The Israel-Palestinian conflict happened a week ago, and they were in some positions that were short, meaning they were betting on the gold pair going down, the wrong time to be short. And it just went up and up and up, and they didn't cut the losses. They didn't have any equity protection, and all the accounts got blown out. Ouch. Third time they've done it. So steer clear of that trader, Saruja, Saruja, or Saruha, depending on how you pronounce it. They're an example of violating this rule, drawdowns, violating that, having equity protection is another one we've got to add to this list. These are things we look for, and I submit the most important one, by the way, is that one, is equity protection, because you can have a good return, which that trader did pretty frequently, really good return until all of a sudden your account completely gets, not just losses, blown, gone, and that's a very, very, unfortunate experience when it happens. And so having good management of the account, good risk management is critical for the trader. Yes, the returns are important, but I submit risk management is even more important. Do they have good history? Can you look at their results and say, okay, yes, this trader really has been getting it done? What is their win ratio? That's important, but it also could be misleading. Win ratio, sometimes the trader that gets a 50 to 60% win ratio can earn you a lot more money than one that gets the 90 or 95% win ratio. When they get that one wrong, and then they don't have any equity protection or any stop losses, it wipes out the whole account. So don't be deceived by this. Can you get in touch with the trader? Can you communicate directly with the trader? Do they have a Telegram channel and a Telegram group where you literally can interact and ask questions? This is important. What does their clientele look like? Do they have clients that have been with them a long time? Are there lots of them? This is a pretty good indication for how they're performing. So here are a couple of tracking systems, one of which is called FX Blue, one of which is called My FX Book. What are those? These are systems that allow you to see the results of trading. In other words, when you went to school, you got a report card, right? And you brought it home to your parents, and your parents saw how you were doing or not doing, as the case may be. Sometimes not doing got me more motivated than doing. But the report card was important. They got an indication of how you're doing. This is the same idea. This is the report card for the traders. And the trader that we're very fond of is this trader. It's called Trader Zorro 1, Zorro 2, and Zorro 3. It's the same trader, guys. It's actually I don't know why that's putting that space there. Anyway, the Zorro 2 is the very moderate risk one. Zorro 1 and Zorro 3 are the same as far as the risk profile. They're relatively bigger position sizes, and they're relatively bigger drawdown. So if you're not as risk tolerant, you may want to take a look at Zorro 2. If you're, and maybe you split up some money between some of these, this is a very subjective, very personal type of a choice. But, I see some people that'll put 75% there, and then maybe 25% with 3. Now, what's the difference between 1 and 3? 1 is if you're starting out with under $500, you can't have 2 or 3. You have to have 1 until you build your account up. If you have over 500 and up, you really want to consider getting either 2 or 3 because the fees are less. The performance will be better as a result of it's better spreads, better lower fees, and so forth. 1 allowed us to use in order to get this account so we could have as little as $100 to play. We use what's called a pro account. And with a pro account, the plus side of the ledger is that it allows us to have a lower dollar amount. We also can use bonuses, which we'll explain here in a minute. Bonuses allow you to magnify your capital. So as an example, if you have $100, you could get 120% bonus and have 220 that you have in the market. And there's a catch, not surprisingly, they don't do this for free. You've got to trade enough to pay for that bonus. And if you're intent on sticking around and really being here for the long haul, the bonus is something that may be very attractive. And if you're not, my question is, why are you here? Because if you're here for like a week or two and, test the water and see how it goes, and maybe I'll make some money and then I'm going to run away, don't even do it to begin with. Don't bother. I'm just telling you. I'd rather be candid with you like that than to say, okay, that's going to work. It's a good idea. It's not a good idea. Okay, at all. You want to be here for the long haul. And if somebody starts making evaluations about a trader in a week, it's far too little time to make any kind of informed decision. You have to be looking at weeks or months before you can start to make an informed decision about a trader. So more on that in a minute. Here's an example of Zorro 2. This is a couple of the high points here. If you put in this case, a Zorro 2 started with an account slightly over $10,000, has earned 25% on that account since July 14th. Okay, so this is the more conservative strategy. Drawdown is relatively low. This was freshly captured today, by the way, this screenshot. This is this week, had a very good week. This month had some challenges early in the month, but he's not only making up for, and by the way, all 3 Zorros right now you get for free until there's a certain number that when Zorro gets back to even, then they're going to start charging the 30% performance fee. So you get Zorro right now on the house. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of that because this trader is a very good trader, very competent, and very well trained. Every trader, including him, has bad days from time to time, but he's making good on it by saying, until we get back to even with some losses, I'm not charging anything for my trading. you get a 30% bump in your trading results as a result of that. In other words, you get him for free. Very good deal. So this is something, though, when you see the overall return here, you know, $2,600, it took it from, there's the 2,600 in profit, from 10,000 up to 13,000 balance right now. He's done exceptionally well. Now, how does the bonus work? The bonus, you can either have a 25, 50, 100%, or 120% bonus. In the example I cited, you can take $100 and turn it into 220. Your earnings may be withdrawn, but your principal and bonus may not be withdrawn until you have met the criteria, met the terms of the bonus conditions. And you have to have a certain number of lots traded to release the bonus and your principal. This is updates on the fly. Take whatever the dollar amount of the bonus is. In this case, if you go from 100 to 100 to 220, the bonus amount is 120. So that's spelled out down here. $100 in cash, choose 120% bonus. There's 120 in value. Divide that by 2. And if you divide it by 2, you get an answer of 60 lots. Here's how many lots you need to trade on your account for you to be able then to release the bonus and release your principal. You may get your earnings, but you may not get your principal and the bonus until you've met that trading requirement. Now, there's pluses and minuses to this. Obviously, if you're in it for the long haul, it's a heck of a deal. I've got a couple of pretty good sized accounts I use the bonus on. Why? Because I know I'm sticking around. If you're not sure if you're sticking around, you know, if you're like, I may need the money in a month, don't do the bonus. And if you're really not sure, don't do this at all, because you really need to be mentally in the game. If you're not, this probably isn't for you. Now, something very important when you sign up for traders, and we were reminded of this today. We had a trader go to an old trading account and they were attempting to subscribe to the trader, and it was an old account. Shame on me for not getting it undone. But it reminded me of that trader. Had they gone to the right place, which was their sponsor, and gotten the trader link that's current, then they would have been going to the right place to get signed up with that trader. For whatever reason, they didn't get that, you know, but honor your sponsor. Whoever invited you here, be sure to honor them by using their link to enroll with the trader. There's the link that you sign up with, and then there's the trader link for each trader. Don't do that accidentally. Be purposeful. Make sure, because how do you want your people treating you? You'd like it if they respected you by saying, hey, I need your trader link. Jacob, hey, Lincoln, I need your trader link. Hey, Jackie, I need your trader link. Hey, Glenn, I need your trader link. You get the idea. In other words, whoever the person is that brought you here, get their link. That means they're going to get some compensation. And I'll show you how that works in a minute, but be sure to do that. It's the right thing to do. Now, let me ask you a question. That gold trader I mentioned, they had a graph that looked just like this. Just like this. Notice what's missing. What's missing from this list? Anyone? Type in chat. What do you see missing? Looks pretty good, right? Up and to the right. That looks pretty compelling, right? What's not there that should be there? This is a trick question. I admit it. Losses. Do you look at losses? Yeah, no troughs. Exactly. Exactly, Compact. No troughs. No, and you don't want big troughs. You want, you know, like here's the slide that I'm looking for to answer the question. Notice these little dips, but they're always up and to the right after that. What is that? That's a loss. Don't look at losses as failures. Look at losses as this guy or gal is protecting your account. They're protecting the equity. They got it wrong. They took a loss and they're right back up again. There's a fellow that has written a book called Best Loser Wins. This guy is a world-class trader by anybody's measure. He's worked for Wall Street firms, several of them. He's been a trader that has won multiple trading competitions. This guy is a certifiable Forex badass. He's really good. This book is on Amazon. You can get the audio on Audible. You can get the Kindle. I got all three. I like it so much. In fact, I buy it for friends. It's a really important book on trading psychology. And this concept is evidenced right here. That's what you want to see. Tom Hugard, that guy, he has regular losses, but he keeps them small and keeps them small. He doesn't let the loss, be as somebody put it, a trough. You don't want a great big huge, you don't want a great white. You want little shark bites, little baby shark bites, not huge out of your equity. That's bad news. Here's an example of a trader. This was a recent example. Here's a $36 profit, $32 loss, $14 loss, $20 loss, $13 loss. This looks like a lot until you realize the relative account size. And then he got a couple of little bite-sized wins and then a $54.80 win. And he came out slightly positive. This really on this size account that he's trading is about a break even that day. But the point being, don't look at losses as a negative. Look at them as protecting your account. You want stops to see stops taken regularly. Don't look at them negatively. It's a different perspective that as you gain experience, you'll understand the import of that. Now, how do you get your money in and out of here? You can use, in most countries, Visa or MasterCard. In some countries, in many countries, you can also use crypto. And then there are other payment services that are available to you. In addition to doing, I think every country has bank wires available. So you can use a bank wire. You can use a service like Wise, which I'm very fond of. Wise, you can do a bank transfer. You can also use their Visa card. It's quite a good service. Here's an example of our account, which is an EU account. This is what the account from Romania looks like, part of the European Union. And how this differs, for instance, from the folks in the UK. The folks in the UK don't see any of the crypto stuff. The folks in India don't see Visa and MasterCard. So go figure. I mean, it differs country to country. So you need to look at your country, what is available. But bank transfer is available in most. Visa and MasterCard are available in most. Crypto isn't available in many, but not all. My personal favorite way of in and out is right here, which is USDT TRC20. It's fast, it's inexpensive, and just a good coin to use. These are some other examples of how you can withdraw money. See, Perfect Money is one of the ones. Tron, in and out, that's also a very fast, very inexpensive one. But it's not a stable coin. This is a stable coin. This is directly equivalent to a US dollar. Now, here's an example that Robert Russell did. I thought this was just terrific because he shows you USDT TRC20, the one I was just showing you. He shows you bank transfers and he shows you Visa, MasterCard. And you see in this column how long it takes. Now, we have kind of a chuckle about this because, he has a Binance account that he's withdrawing to, and it takes anywhere from 2 hours to 5 hours a lot of the time. I said, dude, you need to get yourself a SafePal wallet. I'm not kidding. It gets it done in under 2 minutes. We timed it. The last 2 times I've done this, it was under 20 seconds on SafePal. No joke, to get the money out. And I take withdrawals pretty regularly. And I can get it out very rapidly. If you use a SafePal wallet, I don't know about other DeFi wallets, but I'm a big fan of SafePal. It's shorter than this. His bank transfer is way faster than mine. 13 minutes. Mine is not that fast. I use Wise for that. I can get it into a USD, US account in the US from Wise. And even no matter where you are in the world that Wise is available, you can get a US account for US dollars, which is cool. Also Visa, MasterCard. Mine is much quicker than this. I use Wise, their Visa debit card. It's way quicker than this, but we tell people 2 days, we lie to them. We tell them it's going to be 2 days. And then when it's shorter than that, they're happy. So we'll tell you 2 days. It's subject to what you're using. It may be quicker, maybe faster. Now, this is personally my favorite segment of this whole day because not whole day, whole presentation, which isn't a day unless I get really long-winded. Compounding is what we're going to get into. And before we get into compounding, I just want to revisit this slide. Trading is risky. Never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. Because, when I show people this, they get pretty excited, including me. It's compelling. Let's say for the sake of discussion that you have done your testing and you're now putting in the money that you really want to trade with. Let's assume that the trading has passed your test. All right. Let's say that it has passed your test and you're ready to actually like the kind of money that I want to put in to get a meaningful result. Now, I don't know what that is for you. That maybe you need $100,000 account and earning, 1% would be $1,000 a day. It may be a $10,000 account earning $100 a day. I don't know what that is. what I'm going to show you is what happens to your money, not just on earnings daily, which you take out, but what if you left some of them in for a period of time? And I'm going to use an interest rate of 0.7% per day, which is darn close to what Zorro 2 is getting. It's usually a little higher than this, but to be conservative. And actually what this is the net amount, because in order to get 0.7 here, you'd need 1% a day. Take 30% of that number, you get 0.7. I hope everybody follows that. What I'm showing you is the net number. After you've paid the trader, you pay the trader once a week. On Saturday, it comes out of your proceeds automatically. You don't pay the trader, by the way, unless they've earned money for you. You don't pay them a dime unless they've earned you money. But when they do earn you money, they charge for that on a weekly basis, 30% of whatever they earn. Right now, by the way, they don't until they're back to even, and that's going to be a little while. I don't think a long while, but for a little while, you can get Zorro for free on the house, which is a heck of a deal. I'd take advantage of it if you're not trading with Zorro already. Now, look at this. Look at this right down here. Do you see include all days of the week? What do you think? Should you include all days? The answer is no, because Forex only trades 5 days. Now, if you're trading crypto, you would choose all days, but you're not. You're trading Forex here. The other thing I want to show you is, let me get it here. I apologize for the noise in the background. If you can hear that, we're getting roofing done today, and we've got a roofing contractor out there that's got their compressor on. Let me see if I can close that window a little bit. What I have just sent out in chat, guys, is the link to this calculator that I'm going to show you how to work. It's very simple and it's a very powerful tool. So you'll have the link to it. Be sure to click on that link before you leave the presentation today. Give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. So here's what this turns into. If you took $1,000 and you said 0.7% per day, meaning you've already paid the trader, this is the net amount that you're earning. I'm not guaranteeing that, by the way. It may be lower, it may be higher, but I think it's a number that's in the reasonable zone. Okay, because I see them doing that, in fact, more than that regularly. And there's days they have losses, so it balances out. So check this out. How about you go to your bank and you say, okay, banker, I've got $1,000. I'd like you to help me turn it into $6,000 by the end of the year. What do you think the banker would do? I'd say, right. I mean, we would love it, right? If we could put $1,000 in and get a $6,000 out, 500% return. Guys, this looks, I know the first time I looked at compounding, I thought, this is crazy. This can't be. This is just insane. I think this guy may be drinking the wrong Kool-Aid. It's real. It's math. Albert Einstein said it best when he said, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. And old Albert was maybe the brightest human ever, certainly one of them. He understood math, and this is just pure math. If you take $1,000 and you get 0.7% per day, by the end of a 12-month run, if you got that every day consistently, you'd have $5,759. And you'd have $6,132. Now, something I'd have you consider here is somewhere between the end of February and the end of March, your 1,000 turned into 2,000. Here's an idea that you might consider. Get your $1,000 out. Get your money back out. Are you going to slow down your compounding? Yes, you are. Have you removed risk pretty much 100%? Yes, you did. You understand the import of doing this? You can get your $1,000 back, and then your trading is purely on the profits that you've earned. This is called real cool, where I come from. This is a real cool deal because you've got your profit sweating, and you've got the money back in your hands. You can figure out how to pay off some debt or do whatever you want to do with that $1,000. It's a very powerful model. Now, what I want to show you is the difference. You took this number, and let's say that Zorro 1 or Zorro 3 got you around a 2% return, and you took 30% off of that return, that's the gross return, you have a net return of just about twice this number. Instead of 0.7, it's 1.4. Now, remember down here, before I do the computation again, remember what that investment value number is right here, $6,100. What do you think it's going to be with I just doubled the return? It would be double, right? Wrong answer. It's compounding. It won't be double. It'll be well, you'll see. It's just mind-boggling. Look at that. $6,000. How do you like that number instead of $6,000? I always feel like an optometrist. Do you like A better or B better? Pretty cool, right? Holy smokes. $1,000 turns into 37K. If you achieve with consistency 1.4% net per day of trading. You won't always. Sometimes it'll be less, sometimes it'll be more, but if you average around that number, it's math. It will work out like this. This link is in chat. If you haven't already clicked on the link, click on the link. Be sure to favorite this after you click on the link, put it on your browser, and you can come back here and play around with it yourself. It's a super powerful tool. You have the link. One of the things to avoid, unless you are trading crypto, make sure to always answer this one. Include all days of the week, answer no, because if you say yes, it's overstating the return. It's inaccurate. You're not trading all days when you're trading Forex. Now, I want to show you one more thing. Let's say for the sake of discussion, you go, okay, this looks great, Robert. I think this is pretty exciting. When I get to 30K, okay, let's say I'm willing to be patient for a year. I get to 30K. That's when I let's do it even before then. Let's say you get to 15K, somewhere between June and July of 24 with your $1,000. You've already taken your money back. And at what point you then get to, let's say 15K. And let's say that you don't want to reinvest 100% of it. You want to reinvest 50% and you want to put 50% in your pocket at that point. You do the calculation on that. You've earned a total in that period of time when you started with 15,000, you've earned total 153,000. You've taken out 76 and put it in your pocket, and you've grown your account to a total of 91K. Okay. This is a really powerful idea. Notice they've added a column here. You had the month, the earnings, the total of the earnings, the reinvestment amount. This amount goes in the balance, which shows up, and that's trading that balance. There's the earnings. That then goes in this balance and so on. The balance is increasing, but look at this new column called cash out. This is the money in your pocket. You take it out and you put it in your pocket. And a couple more things I just want to show you that are just powerful. So if you look at that and you go, well, I really don't need that much. Why don't I grow my account more? Let's take out 30% and reinvest 70. How does that look? Remember, we had 90 on 50-50 for your account value. Watch this. 70%, calculate. Look at that. You more than doubled it. And your earnings are still 74K, but look at your account value here. By the end of September 24, you're at 173. Where things really get insane on this model is if you go 2 years on that model. Watch this. Boom. That's a lot of commas. And in a 2-year period, your account now is worth 2.4 million. You've put $1 million in your pocket. You started all this with $1,000. Remember that. This is why we get excited about the wealth building power and the wealth building potential of this model. It's a very, very powerful model, ladies and gentlemen. And if you understand this and you can work the calculator, you can come up with your own plan about what, how long do I compound at full bore? And then at what point do I start taking money out and have a percentage that I take out as part of your plan? What is a meaningful number? You'll have to decide what that is. Anything you take out, you're impacting your account growth, but you want to have the benefit of your earnings happening. So you have to balance those two out, have good account growth, but at the same time, have money showing up in your wallet. If you've de-risked from the beginning and you've gotten your money back, it's called absolutely killer strategy, super strategy. So let's continue. What I've shown you thus far is I've shown you how copy trading works and, the importance of selecting good traders. I've shared with you the importance of having solidity with the broker. Very unlikely that you're going to have that unfortunate episode of the company running away with your money in the middle of the night, the rug pull, as they call it these days in crypto. This company, has 5 million clients worldwide. They're making money like crazy. Why would they screw it up? They won't. It's very improbable that that would happen. Withdrawals work perfectly. Compounding works perfectly, and it's daily. You earn a profit. In fact, it can be intraday. If you have, traders that are trading different sessions like the New York and the London, you might make money in London, then it is then compounding for you when trading is taking place in New York intraday, not even interday. It's super powerful, this model. So a few just housekeeping things before we get into the second part here, one of which is every Monday, Robert Russell does a workshop on getting everything glued together in your RoboForex business, be it getting your account set up. How do you do verification? How do which kind of account do I trade for? Do I choose for a specific trader? All the stuff, all the nuts and bolts. It's the mechanics of RoboForex. He does that every Monday at 8 p.m. UK time, and it's terrific. He's very thorough, and you'll get a lot of value out. And if you're an affiliate, get your people there. Get your people there. That's what it's for. In other words, it takes the burden off of you. I think it's very important for you to be there also, so you can learn. But if some days you can't, you can still have your people there, and they gain the benefit of somebody who's really a master. Now, on Tuesdays, there's an event just like this one, part one of this event today that I do. This is just like that on Tuesdays. Robert Russell does a fine job, 7:30 p.m. UK time. On Wednesday, this is our sleeper. This is the one I am most excited about. I told you how we would explain quickly how you can gain access to putting the training wheels. Remember when you were a little guy or a little gal and you had training wheels on your bicycle and so you wouldn't fall over? This is trading with training wheels. We may want to change this slide name. Trading with training wheels. You have the ability to plug in, get your account set up. Like, let's say, for instance, you use one of the Zorro accounts. Good idea. It's a good trader. Let's say you have your account set up where you have an alert come in and it pings you on your phone when Zorro has taken a trade. That may be a real fine time for you to enter a trade yourself manually. There's the training wheels. Trader just took a trade. I wonder why. Let me take a trade at the same time, and then let me sit back and evaluate why that trader took that trade right then and there. Why did they enter there? Why did they exit where they exit? These are really good questions to get those wheels spinning about how do you do manual trading. All of that type of thing is contemplated in this webinar. So getting MT4 set up, how do you do that? How do you enter a trade? How do you create a stop? How do you create a take profit? How do you set up your alerting system? All the stuff that is the mechanics of trading. And Robert Russell, right now, I think he's insane. He's giving away trading calls. And they're brilliant. I mean, I don't know how many he's done, but it's like, I don't know, weeks worth of trading calls. He had his first loser. I actually applauded it more. I said, okay, you're actually human. Right? Because he had a losing trading call. Good. And it was a very tight stop. It was perfectly executed. It was a little, yep, got it wrong. Most he doesn't get wrong, and you get them for free. By the way, if you place a trade with the trader, you don't pay the 30% when you're manually placing that same trade. How cool is that? Bonus item, if you want to learn how to trade, this is trading with training wheels. It kind of gets you in the game, and you can start to learn some of the basics. You can start with account types that are very inexpensive. So if you really foul it up, you're not going to be punished badly financially. So take advantage of this. This is every Wednesday at 7:30. This is going to be an area where we're expanding the offering a lot. It's all free right now. Later on, won't be free. It won't, because there's stuff in here that really should not be free. People charge a lot of money for some of the stuff that's being given away right now. Now, part one is the part that you're in right now of the Saturday event. Part two is just like Robert's Monday event. We get into all the things here. We've got a fella here named Benny. He has some internet. There he is. There's Benny. we're going to do work with him on part 2 right here, and you're welcome to participate. He's going to be plugging into a trader. I'm not sure what he's got on the docket for me, but I'm going to help him get through some stuff. Same stuff that Robert does on Monday, I do on Saturday. It's part 2 of our call on Saturday. Now, if you're interested in moving forward, get together with the person that referred you here, your introducer, your sponsor, your upline, whatever name you use for them, get their link. We can show you how to get plugged in, how to register, and the first steps of getting verified right now, today. We can help you do that. Also, this website right down here is a really important one for the team. It is a site where you can go and get a presentation. It doesn't have anybody's links on it, so you can send your guests there and not have any threat of them signing up with anybody. They can't. But it does presentations. It has the calendar. It has how to get plugged into our groups. All of the instructions to get running, and it's 24/7. It's working on your behalf. It's your ally. timefreedomteam.xyz. I just put that in chat, so be sure to click on that and favorite that one also. Now, I want to get into the affiliate plan, and then we're going to do the drawing. The affiliate plan is it's ultra simple. It works. You make money. You can withdraw the money. You can it's your money. You can do with it what you want. You can make money every day. You can also add this money to your trading accounts and compound if you wish, or you can take part of it. Maybe you want 50% in your pocket and 50% in the trading account. It's your money. You can do with it what you want. Here's the 4 ways that we're paid. Number 1 is you have trader returns that come in, and the trader, they charge the client a percentage of the profit. I'll show you how that works, that you can get paid on that, referring traders. You also get a piece of that direct profit each week. I'll show you how that works. The brokerage charges fees, as all Forex brokerages do. You can get a piece of that. And also there's a loyalty program, which you can get up to 20%. And there's also a monthly bonus that you get paid on the brokerage fees. And I'll show you how that works. So let's say, for the sake of discussion, you have your own account, you have $5,000 in there. And let's say, for the sake of discussion, you made 23%. I'm not guaranteeing you're going to make 23. It may be less, it may be more. But let's say that you were fortunate enough to make 23%. So you have an $1,150 gross profit. The trader charges 30%. Zorro 1, 2, and 3 don't right now until they get back to even. So you could take that number out. You'd get the full bore on the 1150, but usually they charge their 30%. You're going to see 805. There's your net on the trading. Add that net to your starting balance, and you start the next month with 5,805. There's compounding working in real life. Okay. Let's say you've got a few friends and they say, hey, I like your results there. They do what you do, because friends tend to do that. You know, you hang out in a certain circle and they all go, okay, yeah, I can do that. $5,000 too. You have 5 people do that. You have assets under management on your team of 25,000. They got the same result that month. That's a gross profit of 5,750. Multiply that times 0.3. That's 1,725. Divide it by 2. There is your money, because the trader, get this, the trader splits the money with you if you're responsible for bringing the clients to the trader. And what do you think is going to happen to their account if they're getting this kind of result? It's going to get bigger. And so you're getting paid a number that's increasing over time as that customer's account grows, and they go, wow, this is cool. Not only is it compounding, but they're putting more money into the account. And who's the beneficiary of that in addition to them? You referred it to them. You're getting an extra money that comes in from referring the trader. You're actually getting 50% of that 30%. You're getting 15% on their profits. As their profits increase, so does your reward. Here's how the brokerage pays the fees to us. It's paid over 5 tiers, and it's very generous, very lucrative. If you have earned between $100 and $500 on that plan, you get a 10% bonus at the beginning of the month. If you've earned between $500 and $30,000, you get a 15% bonus. And if you've earned over $30,000, you start at $6,000 and up. You know, these are paid monthly at the first of the month. And I want to give you an example. My business partner and somebody we literally met in person when I was on my way back from Romania. it was such a pleasure to get to meet Robert in person, and he drove us around and gave us the Irish tour of Donegal, the county he lives in, which is just gorgeous. And he's very generous. He's the one that is paying the $100 bonus each week. And the trader is actually helping us out a bit with the affiliate bonus. But what I want to do is I want you to hear from Robert Russell, because he's living this. He's been at it and been very successful. And Robert, what is the amount that you're earning on a weekly basis as an affiliate? Just from the 5-tier part of the plan, not the trader split or the other stuff, just the 5-tier part of the plan. How much are you earning weekly?
So this last 2 weeks, Robert, I would say they're quieter weeks, between $600 and $800, but most weeks it's over $1,000.
Mm-hmm. Weeks. And you've had an occasional day. What was your high water mark on a day?
So the high water mark that I hit was back in, I think it was April, May time. And I don't doubt we'll hit that very soon again. That was $1,200 in one day.
In one day. Yeah.
One day.
I'm going to catch you.
Yeah, I know it.
It'll be a good race. That's what's possible. You know, here's a guy that puts his pants on one leg at a time. Good guy, very solid, very diligent. You know, no big, miraculous stuff going on. He's in the hunt. He's in the game, and he's very diligent and he works at it. And so if you're that person and you're willing to put in the work, you can get the same kind of result. So to go over to review, it is really simple. It works. You can withdraw the money anytime you want. You can withdraw part of the money. You can add your proceeds from the affiliate plan to your trading account and have it compound more rapidly. It's just straight up cool. So now we're going to get into the drawing. This is always a lot of fun. Here are the rules of the drawing. Guests can enter the drawing. Unfunded clients can enter the drawing, meaning if you've registered and verified, as long as you haven't funded, you can enter the drawing. There's one drawing entrant per Zoom login. So if you're on Zoom and you've got 6 friends in the house, it's just you, because there's just one Zoom as far as we're concerned. If you want those 6 guests to be on, they each have to be in their own Zoom. Entrants in the Zoom must be on the Zoom at start and end. Can't show up 5 minutes before for the drawing and win. Doesn't work like that. 120% bonus to be used, the $100. And so this is something that we're recently doing, because we would have people get the $100 and then, take the money out, withdraw it, and go buy beer or whatever they were doing. And that's not the purpose of this. The purpose is to have people get into the trading and experience the trading and see how it works. So we're using a type of an account that's called a bonus account. You will get the benefit of the 220 until it trades enough to get to the point that you've earned out, and then you can get your hands on the 100 and the $120 bonus. And that will happen over time. But the earnings may be withdrawn. If you do that, you're not going to have compounding working for you, though. So you need to be thoughtful about that, but you can withdraw the earnings in this example. Principal and the bonus may not be withdrawn until the lots specified on the bonus are used. So, and I went over that before. It's, in this case, 60 lots need to be traded. Must agree to allow us to publish your name and picture, and affiliate winners agree to do a video with us. Money will be delivered once your account is verified, and we will help you set up the 120% bonus for total equity of 220. So you're getting the effect of a $220 gift, when you win, if you win. And this is how that looks on your account. I got one set up myself. There's the 220. There's my $120 bonus. So let's get right into this. Let me get the handy dandy spinning wheel up here, and my lovely assistant Vanna White in this case, Mr. Robert Russell. Who do we have as guests today, Robert?
Okay, we had a lot of guests, guys, but they didn't state it in the call. They seem to have left. But so we'll start with Lincoln.
Well, no, wait. Everybody that did stay, your odds just went up.
Yeah.
In other words, if the guest hit the ripcord, bad on them, good on you. You're the beneficiary of having much better odds of winning. Okay, so Lincoln was the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have Yakub, Y-A-K-U-B.
YAKUB.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have Nick.
I'm here, sir.
Yeah, we're just entering you into the draw.
Hey, I'm Abdullah Yakub.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Abdullah Yakub.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
And the next name was Nick, N-I-C or N-I-C-K?
N-A-C-K.
Okay.
We have W. Smith.
Okay.
Robert, is Helen a guest of yours? Can she enter? I don't know. Is it?
Helen, where's Helen? Helen, have you funded your account?
No.
You can play.
Okay.
And yes, she's a guest of mine. If it's the same Helen, it's always, I identify her because of the 2 L's.
Okay. Then we have Dave Allen.
Dave Allen.
Yeah.
Allen. Dev. D-E-V.
Okay. So we have Jude.
What is it again?
Jude.
J-U-D-E.
Jude.
Okay.
Folks, is there anybody else that's a guest? You got to let us know over the next 30 seconds or we'll be doing the draw.
And if you're showing up
Neville.
just before the end, before the drawing, don't bother because you can't participate. You're not eligible. You need to be here for the whole thing. Them's
Okay,
the
we have-
rules.
We have Heist, which is Jackie. H-A-E-S-T.
I'll put Jackie Heist.
Yes.
Okay. Is that everybody?
Not quite. There's Neville as well.
Neville. Okay.
Yeah,
N-E-V-I-L-L-E.
correct.
Okay.
Is Neville on the call?
Yes, that's me.
Okay.
I'm
no
under
problem.
the name of Compact.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
You've been on the call the whole time.
Yes.
I certainly have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. As you can tell, we get a little hard-nosed about this because we don't want people cheating. And if they show up 3 minutes before the drawing, sorry, you can't play. We want the people that are participating and really engaged for the entire
Yeah.
call. Them's the rules. If you don't like the rules, don't come. So,
Okay. Robert, I'm happy. That's everybody in.
okay. Now,
Yeah.
if you have funded your account or anything else, I just say this because we're going to find out. And we're going to do 2 drawings. We're going to have drawing number 1 be the winner and everything goes to plan. If they haven't, set up their account, they register with their sponsor, they get verified, and then we're going to help them fund and get the account set up. If we run into any snags, we found it always good to have a backup winner. So we're going to do the drawing twice. We're going to have the primary and then we'll have a backup in the event that one doesn't work. I am Jackie should be 1. I'm not following that. Jackie
Hold on. Let me see.
should be 1, not hi. Jackie, can you come on mic and help us understand that?
So Jackie is 1 person, not Heist.
I put Jackie Heist. Jackie, is that your last name or
Just Jackie.
just Jackie? Okay. Okay. Anybody else that should be in the drawing? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I'm okay. No, that's too late, folks. D, you just landed in. Unfortunately, it's too late.
All right, here we go. And it is, what on earth?
We have
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Wow, Lincoln, you squeaked that one out. I don't know even who that one is with a blank. I was getting concerned that we have a no winner. Lincoln, way to go. Where are you,
Thank
Lincoln?
you. I'm here.
Perfect.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, Lincoln Beckford. Lincoln, who
Wow.
is your sponsor? Who invited you here?
Leroy.
Leroy. Okay.
Yeah.
Leroy is, we've got a good story about him on a video. That's Leroy Lawson.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in good hands there. I just did a video with him about, he won the affiliate draw last week, and I want to talk about that in a minute
Robert?
after we do the draw. Yes, sir.
I have more news to add to that again. I have more to add to that story.
Oh, okay.
Thank you
Go
very
ahead.
much, gentlemen.
We won't keep them in
Appreciate it.
suspense. What is it that you wanted to add?
So we just did our first drawing, folks, and Mr. Lincoln was invited by Leroy. But folks, Leroy again got busy today. He invited the most prospects to the call. So Mr. Leroy wins the top affiliate $100 again funded account this week.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I just love it when, here's something that I hear a lot, and it always, frankly, it's just annoys me. I'll just be candid. Well, I can't do the affiliate stuff until I have my own account. And then if I have proof that it actually works, then I'm going to get busy. It's like, no, you don't have to do that. And Leroy Lawson is living proof of that. I actually think not only will he have his own account, it'll probably be a pretty good size one, but you know what? He won last week and he didn't have any account. And what Leroy did is he got busy and he invited guests and he took action. Message that is conveyed loud and clear is you don't need to have your own account. You need to understand how to do the invitation properly and get people at the event. And Leroy did that. Not only did he do that, he did that twice. Hello. Wow. What a star. Congratulations, Leroy. And to say I'm surprised, I'm not really, because after talking to him, this guy has got some chops. He's experienced. I'm not surprised. He's a very competent, very capable networker. But if you're not, here's a lesson. Do what Leroy does. Leroy's getting the result. He's showing up with guests, the most guests each time. It doesn't happen by accident. It happens on purpose. And you can do the same thing if you learn the skills. I'm gonna pop a video in here that will help you if you've never done that type of thing before. I call it contacting and inviting, and I'll pop a YouTube in there in the chat here in just a second. But it's a teachable skill. I sucked at networking. I mean, in the middle 90s, I've been doing this a long while, but I finally surrendered. I said, you know what? I got to listen to the people that are getting the result, because I'm not. I finally smartened up, thick-headed, and said, okay, and I'm sick of doing it my way. I'm going to try their way. Instantly, when I tried it their way, the plaques you see back there started popping up when I did it their way. I became coachable. I became teachable. I said, okay, I'll follow direction. And when I started doing that, voila, it worked. You can do the same thing. If you're on Leroy's team, do what Leroy does. Leroy's getting the job done. If you're on my team, I know how to do that. I can help you. If you're on Robert's team, he knows how to do that. He can help you. But get with somebody that you can have as a mentor if you're new to this. If you're trying to do all the explanation yourself, if you're deluding yourself into thinking you need to have an account to be effective, don't do the presentation yourself. The power is getting people in front of other people. Let somebody else do the heavy lifting, because your people come with two things. They want to know what's in it for them. And number two, can they do it? And if you keep it simple and you get them here, they go, well, shoot, I could do what you did. See, and that's what you want. So we're going to do drawing number 2. Let me get a screen capture of this right quick, like before we do on the winner. I don't think we're going to need a drawing number 2, but we've learned to do that every time because it just works better. Okay, so here we go for the round 2. Let's get ready to rumble. I don't know why we have a blank one. That is really weird. And it's Lincoln, you can't win twice. Why do we have a blank one? We got to do that again. Hang on. Maybe I think I found it.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a extra space there. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Oh, Helen, sorry. Dev, you are the winner in backup. You're in backup, Dev.
Hey, nice to be a backup.
Yes.
Oh, by
By the way, I didn't have it, but I didn't realize it. Leroy and also invited me. Okay.
Say hi.
Okay.
Very good. Now, another thing to be mindful of. So Leroy doesn't have an account. Leroy is an affiliate. I know he's getting an account because we talked. But let's just play a couple things out here. Number one, he's won twice in a row. So this is his second day to win it. We don't need to do the drawing. It's done. He's won twice in a row. He's got $200 on the house for being the top affiliate inviter. And his people have won. Let that sink in. So he invites a guest shows up on his invite, guest wins, guest has smile on their face, I'm thinking. Am I right, Lincoln?
Definitely smiling. Definitely smiling.
That's not the
Thank
like.
you.
It's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, right? You know, you
Most
win some
definitely.
money. Lincoln's got a smile on his face because he got busy again. Obviously, I don't know what he's doing, but do what he's doing because it's working. Lincoln, I'd like to hear from you. Actually, I'm even more impressed now with the second in a row. Could you come on mic and just share with us what you're doing to get people here?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm currently just in a hotel lobby, listen watching the video. But I'm very thank you. It's really
Actually,
it's
I'm
great.
sorry. I was confusing names. I was meaning to say Leroy. So
Okay.
my bad. Yeah. Thank you, Lincoln. Leroy.
Thank you.
Really like to hear from you. Having won two weeks in a row. It was the L on the beginning of the name. I'm old.
Yeah, should have left Lincoln on. I want to hear what he's doing.
Yes. Well, actually, why don't we have him come on at the same time and hear from him too? But ladies and gentlemen, this is Leroy Lawson, and he's crushing it. Twice in a row, he's won. Twice in a row, he had the most guests. If you're thinking about being an affiliate, Lincoln is living proof that you can make money and not have any money in your account at all, not even have an account. Twice now he's done it. So this is starting to look like it's not an accident.
Yeah, and it's Leroy, not Lincoln. Even
Leroy.
else, and we're both into ministry and stuff. But it's it's Leroy. So your question was, what was I doing, or what did I do?
What did you do? How did you get this result twice in a row?
I just got actively sharing. I mean, I must say, last week it was only on Saturday, literally Saturday morning, my time, that I actually saw that there was the call taking place. I mentioned on the video that I just came back from my travels, and so I literally just started sharing the information. So after we did the video yesterday, I actually used that video as well as the invite to start sharing with people about the project. So that gave me extra leverage in that case. But again, I don't know how many people turned up in total, but I put in way more numbers of invites than I did last week, put it that way. Mm-hmm. And obviously it kind of played out, even though some people did drop off. It still kind of worked out.
Robert, how many guests did Leroy have here today?
So I'm just checking. I counted. There was 6 at one stage, 7, I think.
So did you invite 6 or 7 people, Leroy?
No, you could probably multiply that by 6.
Okay. So the ratios hold. It was the same in 1995 when I sucked at this, and then I got better by 98. It was the same damn ratio to get them at the hotel. If you wanted 3 there, you needed to invite 12.
Right.
There you are. It hasn't changed. It's simple. And so in other words, ladies and gentlemen, if you want guests, invite more than you want to show up. You know, some of the very best inviters in the world, Leroy's results are consistent with those results. He's good. He invited a whole bunch more. He got 6 to show up. He won it twice in a row. Good on you, Leroy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Absolutely.
And
Robert,
yes, sir.
I'm going to jump, folks. Another great call. Congratulations, Leroy. As it says, folks, you know, if you put the work in, you do get rewarded. Leroy is true results of this. Last week he went to work. This week he went to work. And it's
Yeah.
proven he's going to get $100 again. Congratulations to Lincoln. Look forward to seeing you on the calls. And this will be a start of an incredible journey, folks.
Well, and
Robert.
just really quick, something, if you didn't catch it, Leroy got word of this the same day he started inviting last week. He wasn't in this for days or weeks. He didn't have an account. He didn't have any information really to speak of, but he had drive, he had ambition, and he made enough contacts to get enough guests to show up that he won. There's a story right there. Same day that he first went, whoa, 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 what's this? And he won. Why? Because he took action. You don't have to take a long time to do this. You can do it really quickly. And, you know, there'll be a day that he doesn't win, but what's obvious is what, if you take action, Leroy needs a competitor, number one. Number two, who else won? His guest. One of his guests won the drawing. How about that? They're keeping it in the family. You know, another $100 got won by one of his people. Better than a poke in the eye. Robert, thank you.
Hey,
Have fun.
folks. Well done.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and draw the stream to a close. That was all good stuff. And then we can get into the into some of the technical stuff.